I've had my Talaria MX5 for over a year now. I've put 2,200 miles on it. So in this video I'll be going over the good, bad, ugly, everything you'll need to know about this bike as far as reliability goes. As far as toughness for like crashing the bike and stuff like that, it's pretty solid. I've only ever broken like important stuff in like one crash. I looped it going like 20, snapped the brake lever and broke the display screen, but other than that everything has been good. I looped it and broke the rear fender off once or twice or three. Other than that, it holds up well to crashing. As far as reliability with like long-term components and stuff, the front forks I haven't really maintained them much, but they've never leaked. They feel a little soft, but that could just be because I haven't put air in them or I haven't really messed with the preloading spring settings on it. But they don't leak, so that's a good sign. 2,200 miles in, no leakage on the front forks. Bushings and bearings, I don't really know if they're any good or not. The front wheel doesn't really spin for shit, but it was like that out of the box, so I'm not really sure if that's because of wear and tear and the bearings and bushings being bad or what, but there's that. And then the headset, I think it's a bushing or something. The headset steering, it squeaks a little bit, but that's because I put in it only started squeaking after I put in a direct stem mount, so there's that. As far as gearbox reliability, I mean, this thing could probably last 100,000 miles. It's real simple. It's just a couple, I think it's like 2 or 3 gears in there. Just change the gearbox oil every 3,000 miles and you'll be good. I haven't heard any sounds from it. Usually when people hear noises from their gearbox on this bike, it's usually has to do more with the sprocket and the chain tensioning and stuff like that. The actual gearbox and the gears itself in there are reliable and they'll last forever. As far as battery life goes, it still holds full charge. It still charges up to the full voltage. I keep the battery inside when it's cooled out most of the time, or I try to. I do charge it up to like 100% pretty often, and like run it down to like 10%. I'll go on like long rides, but battery life is still good even with all of that. I haven't noticed any difference. The only thing is like once you get down to like 60 or 50%, the power starts to drop off a little bit in sport mode and eco mode, but hyper mode gives you full power all the way up to like 20%, then it drops down a little bit, but still has a lot of torque. As far as like wear and tear with chains and tires and stuff, I put a new chain on it about 1,500 miles in because the original one was rusted and it's a O-ring chain, so they just get dirty with the rubber O-rings in there and stuff and really slows it down. But putting a brand new non-O-ring chain is pretty good. I think I'm having problems with it getting stretched out quicker, but I'm not sure yet. As far as tire wear and tear goes, tires last pretty much forever. I mean, especially like Shinkos and stuff that are meant for like actual bikes that are heavy, these tires will last forever. But I have changed the rear tire twice. I guess, yeah, twice. From the original one, I put I'll pop it up on screen, but it was just a dirt bike tire. And then I put on these dual sport Shinkos after that. But tires last probably, I don't know, I'd say like these Shinkos will probably last you 3,000 miles easy. The only reason I have to switch out tires is burnouts and stuff. And when you're launching the bike, the back tire does, you know, it skids out and stuff. If you're riding street, it'll wear out faster. But the bike's so light that the tires wear pretty good. As far as aftermarket support goes for the bike, it's okay, but definitely isn't a crazy amount. There's no stunt cages or 12 o'clock bars or anything with the frame that I could find. So there's that, but you can upgrade your you can upgrade basically everything except the frame. And you can upgrade parts of the frame, but nothing I want. Aftermarket parts I put on is dual caliper rear brake with the hand and foot brake, direct stem mount, then some like visual stuff like foot pegs and whatnot. It's mostly stock. I posted on Facebook asking for questions about the 2200 mile review. One of the questions I got was, is it worth it or should I get an MX4? If you're going to get a bike, I'd get the MX5 if you're going to versus the MX4, but E-Ride Pro 3.0 or SR probably going to be better. It's got the 72 volt 50 amp, which a lot more range. Another question was just about how to wheelie the bike, because a lot of people struggle at first with practicing on this because it leans to the left when you pop it up, but you just gotta adjust your body weight and counterbalance it and it'll stay up, no problem. My personal opinion on the bike, reliable. If I was gonna get this bike again, I wouldn't put any aftermarket parts on it really. I would keep it completely stock, besides like the hall guard sensor and bigger foot pegs. But the foot brake and like the Sur-On Ultra B brake, it makes it a pain to change the brake pads because you have to remove the rear tire, and it's an aftermarket brake caliper mount, and it's just a lot of work to take it off and put it back on. But yeah, I would say this is up there with reliability. I mean, it's as reliable as a Sur-On. I'd say it's more reliable than like the newer Ultra Bs and stuff. I see a lot of problems with that. They have a lot of sensors and whatnot, extra goodies because of the self wheelie mode and stuff. They got a lot more components going on. So I'd say this is $4,500 brand new is a fair price. I wouldn't pay $5,000 for it anymore. If I was gonna pay $5,000, I'd get like a 24 Ultra B, something like that, something bigger. I've took this bike off-roading, on-road, trails, all types of stuff, jumps, anything you can think of, I've done it. Put this bike through it all. Still runs good, still reliable, still feels like brand new when I tune it up and get everything straight. Still runs like brand new.